Alright, welcome back. Oh, that's pointing the wrong way. I found the game. I had to sift through a haystack of blitz matches, but here we go. We've got 59X versus Timiimit. I'm just going to call him Timmy. If you're not aware, the UT4 community owes a lot to Timmy. He is the master behind the new master server. So he's a big part of the reason why we're still able to play the game. So shout out to Timmy. And it's cool to see him in the league. Now, having said that, I'm not sure I fancy his chances against 59X, who's seed 5. Timmy's currently at seed 10. I know Timmy already dueled Dion, I think, and seems like he's going after all the hard opponents first. But I'm prepared to be surprised, if that's what it takes. Oh, apparently the guy's been waiting for a while. I'm just stupid. But yeah, first map looks like it will be ASDF, which is a map that both players will be intimately familiar with, I'm sure. As will you, dear viewers. But 59X is ready. Potential for some spawn frags here. Timmy says he's ready to lose. That's good. Good thing he's emotionally prepared. So we might see a bit of a stylish game from 59X here. But if it's close, then I'll be impressed. Pretty classic ASDF start. One player gets the shock and the other player spawns by the rockets. And it's prediction combos already coming out of 59. Tiny bit of damage. But nothing too serious. Timmy did go those vials at the top, and he's actually sticking around at the top and hits the snipe that forces 59X back. That makes this 100 armor a little more contested, but 59X has the positioning to get onto that nice and early. And he's now going to push with Link Gun. Wants to use that stack. He's got all the other armors on the rest of the map to back off onto if he wants them, and Timmy's getting caught out here. One of these rockets might hit 59X. Ooh, that one was close. What a shot. And a 360 spawn frag combo there. Doesn't get the kill, but follow up with the link will allow 59X to take this belt. And not too much damage on that combo. So Timmy gets to keep most of that 100 armor. .59X still working with just a shock rifle and a sniper. And he's zoning Timmy in behind the pillar. One shot would do it. Actually misses, and Timmy had a chance to do some flak damage but couldn't connect. And already looking for those spawn kills. 100 armor's up, 50 armor's up. 59X got lots to work with here. He can be aggressive, he's got these armors to back onto. And you see him aiming for that headshot, you know he wants it. Prepared to even just stand inside the minigun spray. And we'll hear Timmy up top as well. Timmy looking lost. Especially after that rocket. And 59X hits killing spree after just 2 minutes. So a good start for him. Kind of the start we were expecting. Grabs the belt as well. That's now slightly offset, which just makes it a little bit harder to time. As he'll get another kill here. And you see again, looking for those spawn frags. If you guys want to improve at ASDF, this game might be a good resource to watch. 59X looking altogether too comfortable for Timmy to handle. I thought he was eventually going to make his way into the jump pad, but unable to do so. And the spawn kill. Ooh, 59X down to 20. It could be a frag here, but no, the rampage is not denied. And at this point, Timmy's probably just going for those little moral victories. 59x pretty low, and Link Gun Primary can do a ton of damage. But it's all about catching him at the right fight, and 59x does get the belt. There was a second there where he could have jumped over it. And again, prepared to just stand inside the consistent damage of that Link Gun, knowing he has the stack advantage. Oh. It's always horrible when you eat the combo off the spawn and it doesn't quite kill you, but you have to slow right down. Big flat cannon shots, and 2 in a row will put 59x down in the dirt. And Timmy actually gets 100 armor, bouncing on some rockets. Does have a shock rifle and prefers the hammer apparently. There we go, pulls out the shock. Flak as well. So a little bit to work with here, but wants to work his way onto some health. 59x getting in his face. Big flak from Timmy. Down to 2 himself, and 59x just enough HP to survive a shock primary as well. And eventually Timmy goes down. Belt is up. Was a bit flustered there, and I imagine the game will re-stabilize for 59x here. Content to just dive into Timmy's face. And you can't really blame him. I'm liking these little 360s that 59x is doing. I think he's playing immediately after this. I might be wrong. No, I am wrong. It's ShX versus Assassin, so we won't be seeing more of 59x tonight. But if we were, then I'd be looking forward to it. Seeming confident in this game. And Timmy's still aware of when these items are spawning. So he's not lost all grip on the map, but does have to vacate the belt area. Not willing to contend with that shock rifle, and 59x, great placement of the shock cores there, denying Timmy the space he needed to escape, and the refrag. Big damage difference between these two players at the moment. Wow, I did not know you could do that jump. This map is like 8 years old and I still find players doing things. Yeah, even Timmy's confused. That might be UT Plus exclusive. I'm just gonna bank on that because then I have an excuse for not knowing it. Oh, there we go. Timmy, second frag on the board. And the belt and the 100 are both coming up soon. And 59x dodges off the 100 armor. Timmy could get a kill here. Oh, 59x, no ammo. Oh, no gun other than the Enforcer, but that can be plenty. And probably that's going to prevent Timmy from going for this belt. Yeah, it will do so. 59x picks it up. So, bittersweet frag there for Timmy. Oh. Oh, I just knew he'd try for that headshot. Doesn't connect. And we could be seeing more hammer shenanigans. No, it's shut down. And the spawn kill attempts, they just keep coming. Still 3 minutes left in this game. Potential for a 30 frag game here. Not something you see too often, unless you're playing Hydro, of course. Yeah, what we're seeing here is just one player outclassing the other. Especially on a map like ASDF, which both players will be familiar with. The duel experience shining through for 59x. Timmy unable to get anything going, really. And a lot of that comes down to just comfort on the map. Duel is obviously a mode where just playing Duel forever. That's gonna breed some really strong players. And 59X has so much more Duel experience than Timmy. Ooh, could be going down here though. Get more moral victories. That's what I call that. And immediately gets the 100 armor and the free frag. And you can tell he's playing for these highlights. Wants the double kill. I think 59X and maybe Fantasy are the only players I know who've got a multi-kill in 1v1. I'm sure a number of other players have done it, but those are the only two that I know. Bit of a spawn kill aficionado is 59X. Oh wow, 100% link shaft. The aim labs is paying off. I don't know what map 2 will be, but I can't imagine the the second map will be much more competitive than this one. Well, he did get 5 kills, which is more than a lot of players would get against 59. Might even get 6.
7.
Even to the last second, 59X is trying to survive. But that is a dominant performance on ASDF. As we move into whatever the second map is, I don't know. Wow, Timmy didn't get a single belt. That's rough. And when you're 1.3k damage lower, then yeah, that explains the 20-point lead. It's taking a long time to change maps. Here we go, back on to solo. We saw this map earlier today. ShX versus Cold M, that's who it was. And it was quite the performance by ShX there. Pretty close for the most part, but ShX ran away with it at the end, and Coma was... Well, Coma was a lot like our last game. Uh-oh, Timmy's saying this map is his nemesis, so... this could be even worse. A reminder to you guys that these are best of 2s since it's a league format. We're just playing for points. Oh! That was cheeky. I didn't even have time to register what was happening there. I mean, according to 59X, Timmy's a bit of a bunny track pro. So at the very least, we're all learning new things. Anyway, into game 2 now. Timmy gets a rocket launcher and 59X gets the shock. He'll know exactly where Timmy's going, because this sniper is oh so tempting. The first damage goes to 59X. Timmy, still opportunity for a headshot here, so 59X got to be a little bit cautious. But goes in regardless. Timmy pulls out the rocket launcher. Both players are low. Timmy gets the health pack, but has the height disadvantage. Pushes up the lift and gets the kill. First blood to Timmy. Oh, doesn't hit the headshot that could have made it a 2-point lead, and will instead go down to some link gun. And now 59X has great position on this 50 armor, which he will just take off the map so that he can push forward, deny some space in the middle. This will probably be a kill for 59X here unless Timmy can hit a nice combo. The belt's actually up, and Timmy switching to that flak allows 59X to make the dodge up, knowing that his opponent doesn't have the shock out. But not too much damage exchanged, and Timmy's got himself some items, so 59X might not want to go balls to the walls aggression just yet. A couple of primaries keep him at arm's length. Yeah, I do have to change the scene. Thank you, Dion. I was just testing you guys. And now you get game sound. 100 armor is up. 59X picks that up without a hitch. Does eat a sniper 2 in a row. Timmy now 3 in a row. Big advantage in this fight will drop on to 59X, who gets the 50 armor, but trying to avoid this flak. He will successfully get the kill. Takes the lead, and the belt's up. He hears that shock spawn, however, and beautiful headshot denying the belt. Timmy just a tad predictable there. And that could have been the belt grab that allows Timmy back into this game. However, he will have to make do with the 100 armor and already taking damage from that combo. This flak has been effective for him. And 59X getting in his face with the sniper makes the smart decision to switch away before firing the shot, and that affords him the time he needs to get the kill. Up by 3 now. Looking for some stylish flick shots. But Timmy's punishing him. This is not what we saw in ASDF, where 59X just has the stack and the time to style on Timmy. I want to check these accuracies, actually. Timmy's at 40% on the sniper, which is very respectable. Nice shot. And that's exactly what 59X did to Timmy a minute ago, denying this belt. Wait, what? I looked away for a second there and saw a shock core. I thought we were playing UT99 for a second there, with shock cores clipping on every surface. And Timmy, he kind of conceded that 100 armor. Had plenty of time to get over there and contest, but that's perhaps the sign of a bit of duel inexperience compared to 59. And tri-rockets are loaded. This is a blitz play, but misses the shots. Timmy backing off with the combos, and the way they're playing this, you'd think that 59X has a massive stack lead, but he really doesn't. Actually, Timmy has the advantage here. But the positioning is good from 59X. Worked his way onto that 100 armor and grabs it without taking damage. Still pushing forward with the rocket launcher. Timmy, good defensive rocket, and actually will chase this time. But he can't connect the damage. He's got no sniper ammo. And he really could have done with a sniper on that fadeaway there. Nonetheless, picks up the belt. But he really hasn't moved from this side of the map since the last belt, and maybe this is why every time he pushes in, he's eating snipers from 59. And the movement won't save you from 59's sniper. One shot would do it. Both players down low. Timmy, opportunity here to equalize. And a good rocket will take down 59X. I like how Timmy stayed at the high ground there. Didn't give up the positioning. And that gets him this 100 armor. Good link primary damage. That'll allow 59X to get this shock rifle as well. Always pays to have some good spam. And again, it's 59X in the driver's seat. He's the one zoning Timmy out, even though this game is tied. Damage much more even this game. But he's got the belt. Takes the sniper shot before picking it up, which is ideal. And Timmy misses the defensive sniper. He pulls out the rocket launcher. 59X backs away. And eats a sniper, so it's Timmy with a big stack lead. Oh, what a punt with the hammer. Knocks Timmy down, and the damage from the link gun was a I was about to say it was unreturned, and then the flagpole comes in. 59x down to 12, Timmy down to 17. Both players very low. We saw this a couple minutes ago, and it was Timmy who took the kill. But look how quickly 59x restacked all that health. And now it's Timmy. He's trapped down by the lift. Almost certainly going down here. There he goes. 1 point lead for 59x. Oh, the spawn. And he picked that spawn. So only himself to blame. As 59x gets 100 armor. And we could be seeing the game about to snowball as the bio play comes out from Timmy. Playing like he's cold M. Damage difference starting to build. I can't believe he chooses to use the Stinger secondary there. Absolutely could have gone down, by the way. Nonetheless, looking confident. Back in the driver's seat. And to be honest, other than the score, it felt like he never left the driver's seat. Been in control of the pace of this game the whole time. And totally happy to push into Timmy's aggression. He knows he's just run out of ammo as well. And running out of shock ammo when you're out of control on solo is always a death sentence. Such a useful gun on this map in particular. But a bit of respect being shown here by 59x. Uh-oh. Timmy's missed the lift jump. But will remain unpunished. Belts up in 10 seconds. Timmy's actually got a really strong position here. 59x. It's his turn to have no shock ammo, but he pushes up with the rocket launcher regardless and gets the kill. Very little damage done to his stack, which means this belt guaranteed. A 4-point lead is recoverable if you're Timmy, but it's that first frag that's so difficult, and 59x is going to make it even harder with some great flak plays. Up by 5. And this is more the pace of the game that I was expecting based on the first map. Nice shot there. Misses the follow-up, but at this point, you're just denying momentum from your opponent. He still hasn't picked up any shock ammo. Clearly doesn't need it. Also doesn't have any sniper ammo. Typically those are your priorities. Happy to do it with the flak secondary. And it's Timmy's turn to run scared. The belt's up soon. Both players, totally different side of the map. This game is pretty much over. Probably also a kill here. Oh, Timmy kills himself and lags out. That's a shame. And I'm liking the pressure I'm seeing from 59x, because that's how he plays to his strengths. We saw him against Sai on Leah, and it looked a bit silly at the start because he got punished, but eventually this kind of impossible aggression gets gets too much for your opponent. You wear them down, and the cracks in their armor start to get bigger and bigger. And again, that's, I think, what we saw in this game. Pretty close for the first half, in all honesty. But as we regress to the mean, that will suit the player with the highest skill cap. And in this game, that was 59x. Even picks up that last kill on 4 HP. And damage pretty much even. Only 100 difference, but to be fair, a lot of that was probably due to 59x's aggression pushing in, where Timmy had position advantages, etc. But still looking very comfortable. And it's a 2-0, so 2 points to 59x. I think that's about what we would expect. Anyway, the time is 8:30. There is another game. I'm just going to go AFK for 1 second and check up on that, because I think we'll jump straight into that. Alright, welcome back. We are indeed going to jump straight into game number 2, which is between ShX and Assassin. We'll be playing on an NA hub because ShX is European and Sass is from the West Coast. So we go to the hub with the most even pings. I think Sass is 3rd or 4th seed. And ShX is something like 12th, I think. I'm gonna unmod you, Dion, if you don't stop being cringe. Okay, Sass is 3rd. Wow, this is... You guys can't hear this, but all I can hear is yoink screamed over and over and over again. Hang on. I just wanna... This is what I'm dealing with right now. That's all I can hear. I guarantee you ShX... Oh my god. He's queued up, like 50 yoinks. Okay, there we go. I guarantee you ShX only stopped that because he's listening to the stream. And he wanted to punish us. Just waiting on Sass. Sass was in another game on this hub, so he will be here shortly. I don't know who picked this map. I actually don't know the picking rules for the high seed, low seed. Dion, I know I've added you as a moderator, but you're not an attack dog. I'm not just going to unleash you on people. Yeah, I'm interested to see how this game goes. Assassin, obviously, a wealth of duel experience from 2K4, many years as a top 2K4 dueler in NA. And in UT4, he's been up there as well, for the most part. A couple of high placings early on, then took a bit of a break, and past couple of years he's been placing well in the NA tournaments for UT+. Oh, he's doing it again. Don't know why we're waiting though, which is a shame. I'm curious as to who picked this map because I've always felt that Erase is... if you were playing on... Let's say you're doing a hub split because you're EU and NA or whatever. So you play one map on your opponent's server and one on yours. I feel like Erase is the map that you want on your opponent's server. And we saw this in that legendary final game between Snatch and Fantasy in UTPL Season 1. Where they played Erase, but it was Fantasy's map pick on Snatch's server. Which is like the ideal situation for Erase because, yeah, it's quite an aim-heavy map, and the ping will affect you there. But once you get the ball rolling, it becomes less about aim and more about applying pressure. You can steal Erase away from a better player or a player who you'd expect to win because of a server advantage. Oh, it's Sass's pick. Okay. Well, in that case, I'd say that's playing a bit of a dangerous game. Although, to be fair, I think Sass is fully expecting to win this against ShX. As am I, just to taper expectations. Yeah, ShX just doesn't have the duel experience yet. Yeah, I've seen you win this map against Sass, Dion. Even in practice. I think Sass is one of those players that practice is really important to him. Likes to be feeling comfortable. He has a pretty comfortable duel style in general. Can turn the pace right down when he wants to. And so... Assassin can't open UT. I guess that's the advantage of being an admin is you can default win yourself. Maybe this is all just psychological. Oh, stop it, Sharks. Just be thankful I have this muted, because it's really hard to talk when that's going on. Okay, of course, as I turn the sound off, they immediately appear in the server. And Shock stops pissing about. Okay, internet issues. It's alright, tech pause, tech pause. Well, we should be underway pretty quickly. Assassin 90 ping, Shock's 120, roughly even in the context of UT4 and playing between West Coast and Poland. Yeah, still better than PGL production. Oh, stuck in the lift. I'm assuming Assassin hasn't played Shocks before. And that's maybe a bit of an advantage that Shocks has. Most of the players have not played him before, so potential to catch some of them off guard. But I think the unbridled aggression we saw between Shocks and Cold M in the... Oh! Some warm-up highlights. But anyway, my point was going to be the aggression that we saw between sass... between Shocks and Cold M. I don't think he's going to be allowed to pull that one off. Both players warming up their flak secondary aim. And by God does it need warming up, by the looks of things. There we go. I wonder if Shocks will be using this much flak during the game. It's certainly an approach. Yeah, I know these two will know each other from 2K4, but I don't know if... Because Shocks has played such a small amount of Duel in this game. And to be honest, I don't know how the playstyles will translate between the two games. They are quite different in a lot of ways. Now the next game is at like 10:30, so I'm hoping this game ends before then, given that that's in an hour and a half. Anyway, players are ready. Here we go. Getting into the game took us a while, but internet issues have been resolved. Of course, if you're just joining us, this is a best of two because it's a league format, so just playing for points here. As Shocks... Where's my mouse? There we go. Shocks gets the shock. Sass gets the rockets and pushes into the shock. Unconventional, but it pays off. And now Shocks will get away with the sniper, but already pressure is applied. There we go. Hits the shot he needed. Or next shot gets the kill. Even after that health pickup. And it is Shocks to get the refrag. Only 16 HP. He did just hear that flak cannon picked up though. Needs to watch his head. As he's down to 2 HP. He really wants his health back. But he doesn't want to allow Assassin to get a sneaky shot off. There we go. And Shocks' aim was looking real strong earlier. But this is a mistake. Don't think he meant to dodge down there. And will result in his untimely death. As the belt comes up and Shocks makes the most predictable jump I've ever seen in my life. Just sailing into Assassin's flak cannon. And now he's got no opportunity to get on in this 100 armor. You see Assassin just crouching there. Content to eat the 1 damage flak shard. Oh, dives in. ShX hits a nice shot, but it's Assassin with the stack advantage. And he left the 100 armor up that whole time. And that allowed him to be aggressive and catch ShX off guard. And now he's got the 100 to fall back on, which is exactly what he'll do. But only after he gets this 5th kill on the board. Minute and a half in, already 5 kills. This is his map pick after all. That was a nasty fake shot. No connection. And belt's coming up. There's a big difference between the belt and the armor spawn as well, so Assassin, lots of time to play with. ShX actually sneaking by, but the lift betrays him, and Assassin gets the belt regardless. Up to 163 HP, which is a massive stack. And the 100 is there. Again, Assassin will leave this one up, and this is quintessential duel experience that you're witnessing here. He knows everything that he has available to him, and he's going to get as much out of it as possible. Even though ShX is walking over towards the 100, there's no chance for him to pick it up. Assassin, plus forwards. And he will pick up the 100, but actually, he's delayed it so long that it's synchronized with the belt again. So the next rotation could allow ShX to get in on the belt or the armor. That is, of course, assuming he still has timing on either of them as Assassin moves in. Good 1-2 punch with the flat cannon. And dreadful spawn for ShX. No first shot from Assassin though, and ShX actually might get the kill here. There we go. That's outrageous. And he's just going to squat on the 100 up. Oh, no, he goes for the belt. That's a non-red. Pretend you didn't see that. Would have been the kill. But ultimately, Assassin gets the belt. Nice damage from ShX. Again, aim has been not an issue for him. But this flat cannon from Assassin might be. And ShX is out of shock ammo. He's shockless ShX. As he goes in, good movement. Doesn't want to die to the flak, and Assassin's down to 50 HP. That's ShX. Oh, he's missed the 100. And that means that Assassin gets the shock rifle. These seconds, they add up in duels at the high level, and I think, yeah, Sass does go down. So there was potential there for things to get a bit shaky. Luckily, ShX stabilizes. Big kill up top. And this wins in the belt. Again, however, the 2 major items are synchronized, and that means Assassin will get the 100. Oh no, he goes for the 50 instead. Maybe he's lost timing on it. As we approach what is roughly the halfway point in the game. ShX gets the 100 armor. And that was to recover some unreturned damage. But again, he's losing out on the aim duels. There we go. Assassin gets a bit too big for his boots with that push. And now ShX is only down by 3. Health stacks very much even. Assassin maybe looking for the headshot here. Doesn't hit it. Himself is down to 16 health. And does get the kill onto ShX, who continued to go aggressive there despite not having much HP. Regardless, spawning on the armor is nice. And only down by 4. Potential for a kill here. Assassin avoids the... Oh! Doesn't avoid that one. Lucky to survive on 1 HP. And will in fact stack all the way back up to 76. Which puts him in a decent position for this next 100 armor. Up in 4 seconds. As he has a shock rifle, ShX hits the first shot, and that's going to be the cue for Assassin to get the hell out. Still sniperable. Well, not after those vials. And ShX reckons he's going for these health packs. It's a pretty good guess. But, oh, Assassin messes his movement up, and ShX could get the kill here. Big rocket. Assassin back down to 6 HP. Second time he's been single digits from the rocket. And now it's ShX. He's only on 2. Wants the health. Will get to it. So he will survive 1 shot. Assassin applying a ton of pressure here. Belts up soon. ShX hits the rocket he needs. and gets the belt, and Assassin actually delivered a shock rifle to him there, but oh, okay. There we go. And ShX will deny the main shock rifle as well. He's in a good position here. But Assassin does have a sniper. And that's the weapon that I think Assassin is most known for, is hitting like 70% sniper in some of his UTPL games. Great headshot. Now within 3.5 minutes left. Totally doable comeback here. ShX is playing really well. Maybe a bit underseeded. Not that it matters, it's a round robin format and everyone plays everyone. That's the last of ShX's shock ammo. Oh, and a predictable dodge onto the 100 armor. He will get it. And Assassin unable to connect his shots. Means that ShX gets the belt. And he's had the last couple of belts. Turning it into frags has been the issue. Slow climb, and the momentum is completely broken by that frag there. And a terrible spawn. ShX shoots his enforcer just a bit early, and that will draw the wrath of sass in. I think 2 kills there that really didn't need to happen. And this comeback's losing a bit of its oomph. ShX goes down a third time in a row. The spawn is good on the 100, but still. 5 frags to do 2 minutes. A lot less doable than it was a couple minutes ago. Good shot. And the follow-up. So now he just wants to chain spawn frags. Assassin spawned above him. Assassin his movement is really clean. ShX is going to have a hard time chasing him, and the longer these chases last, the more guns Assassin is going to pick up on the way. In fact, he's made his way onto the belt. Slip up by ShX. Mistakes starting to creep in here as he drops onto the flak. Big damage from sass. And that's another kill conceded. And I think that is basically the game there. Close in the middle. Much closer than I expected overall. I'm impressed with how ShX is playing this. But he's certainly going down here. Maybe not. There we go, eventually. Just taking a look at the stats. Assassin only had 300 armors, so great control from ShX. Belts evenly split down the middle. And not a big difference on the 50 armors.
1 minute remains.
Speaks to how well ShX is playing despite his lack of UT4 duel experience. And I don't know how much duel he played in 2K4, presumably quite a lot. So maybe I'm downplaying his general duel experience. Good rocket there. Good rocket there. And a good rocket there. Lots of good rockets. Or it doesn't detonate the combo, however. But just playing for fun at this point. 20 seconds left. Assassin's still blocking shots. Damage pretty much even. So yeah, looking forward to game 2. Would be a bit of an upset if ShX takes a point here, I think, but certainly showing that he's capable on sass's map pick, no less. Here's hoping that I'm wrong about Erase being the map that you play when you're high ping. Because I would love to see another game like that. And it's cool to see that ShX's aim, but particularly his rockets, are still really good on 120 ping. It's always the concern when you're used to playing on 30 ping and you go up to 100 and the game just doesn't feel the same, and particularly projectiles don't work in the same way. Map 2 looks like it will be solo, so solo in all 3 series that we've seen today. Buddy, the map, it always used to be ASDF that was in every series, but I think honestly people have been a bit bored of that map lately. And some of these players have hundreds and hundreds of duels on it. And the solo, probably more of a sort of typical duel map that you'd see in other duel games. A bit more slow paced. Good rocket. Assassin's a bit of a warm-up king as he readies up. You'd expect this map to favour Assassin a bit. It's a bit more long range. Assassin sniper is what he's known for, but to be honest, we didn't see much sniper out of him last game. I think we only saw one headshot, and that was ShX's. Although, if warm-up is anything to judge by, we might be seeing a few more. I think the flak and rockets plays that ShX was kind of relying on last game, probably not going to work on this map. Bit more combo and sniper heavy. Although a map being combo and sniper heavy is basically standard for UT. It's like saying Counter-Strike map is AWP and AK heavy. Come on, guys. Maybe they just agreed to play warm-up for the next hour. Is ShX trolling? I tell you, Reeve knows how you enter there. You have to feign death at the door or something ridiculous. Maybe that bug got fixed in like 2017, but I don't know. Oh wow, ShX didn't realize he was at host. Good admin, guys. You can blame him for that. Anyway, map 2 solo, last map of the series because it's best of 2. ShX gets the sniper spawn, but Assassin actually spawns a minigun, so doesn't immediately get the shock and eats a shot. ShX could chase here. And he will chase, but picks the wrong direction. Oh. Oh, I have to favour Assassin in this fight. ShX is pinged down low, hits the lift, and altogether too predictable. And he's spawned over by the shock. No access to the 100, no access to the 50 either. And already a few movement mistakes. Bad start for ShX. He didn't even pick up the shock rifle when he spawned there, so... Oh, here we come. Here we go with the flak play. Assassin knows he's there. Not going to be caught off guard. Does get a big shot off with the flak cannon. It's like 110 damage or something. No, hang on, it's way less than that. I can't count. Belt goes to Sass, 100 goes to ShX, and he wants this sniper, but Assassin's going to apply pressure. Oh, I love that play by Assassin. Doesn't get too much damage, but the pressure is immense, and ShX is forced to dodge down low, and fighting down here with a sniper is a death sentence. Assassin, all he has to do is pull out the rockets, and that's what he does. Look at that damage difference. 500 to 130. As the 100 armor comes up, Assassin prepared to dodge up the lift for it. Doesn't even matter that he loses this 100 if he gets the kill, which he almost certainly will. Actually switches to the sniper here. And ShX gets a combo off. So the belt is denied. Could have gone better for Sass. Never mind. And there's the headshot. Revenge for first game. ShX is a bit mad that that rocket didn't connect, but it wouldn't have got the kill. as Sass just moves in. I like the play there. He knew he didn't have time to get to the belt if ShX spawned there, so he just holds the angle and prays for the headshot. Not to be this time round. So let's switch over to ShX. Already almost out of shock ammo. And that's the gun he has to work with, really. There we go, it's completely dry. He's going for the 50, he doesn't even need it. He had the belt, really probably ought to have slow played that and got some guns and some vials. Instead just goes in aggro and concedes another frag. Bio won't connect. And this looks like tilt, if ever I've seen it. I'm noticing Assassin likes to stand in this corner and snipe. There's a lot of long sight lines here and you're pretty well protected. You can just go to either lift if you want. And a patient combo up the lift will put Assassin on 9. Much more one-sided game than we saw last time. And I believe this is ShX's pick. At least according to whoever was in chat. And I think it was Dion. Was that a non-reg bio? To be fair, I think bio basically never deserves to hit, so. Nice rockets. Assassin hits the rampage and looking very comfortable in solo. Still 6.5 minutes, but the way he's playing looks like ShX is not going to be bringing this back anytime soon, not unless he makes some serious changes. Will work his way onto the 100, but he's not hitting these snipers, and that's what was keeping him in a race. He's hitting the shots. Shots like that he would definitely have hit last game. And look at the damage that Sass is able to do with the rocket launcher. ShX cannot connect. Man, it's like I'm watching one of my own demos. Belt's coming up. So 8 frags, 5 and a bit minutes. It's not outside the realms of possibility. Certainly difficult. And again, Sassani's leaving these armors up and backing off onto them. And he's done so much chip damage to ShX that he actually outstacks him now. ShX just needs that one kill to break Assassin and then he'll have to chain it into spawn frags, but I feel like he'll have to do that several times. 8 frags is not really something you can just make back in one little spree. As he goes for the belt again, it's up in 22 seconds, so... No, neither player actually expecting it to spawn. Let's take a quick look at the damage. ShX on half the damage of Assassin, and last game it was pretty much neck and neck in terms of damage. So you can see why the score is what it is. ShX knocked down, Assassin takes him out. No connections on those rockets, and Assassin actually hard holding that spawn there. Looking for the highlight. Didn't even have to move his crosshair for that one. And ShX, he's just not hitting those bios. We saw so many insane bio hits in the previous ShX series, but none in this one. Interestingly, the armors are quite even, so it really does just seem to be an aim difference, or a damage difference. This is what 59X was doing against Timmy as well, is getting a kill and then just sitting in a spot and aiming at a spawn. That's the sign that you're looking comfortable. Eventually, ShX will go down here, you'd think. There we go. And Assassin, he only took 20 damage in that fight. Ah, man, ShX keeps getting caught off the spawn there. You'd think he'd learn. but he doesn't have the luxury of watching Sass's POV like we do. God, if you're watching Sass in stream and he plays on like 120 FOV, you'd be feeling so ill right now. Playing Microsoft Flight Simulator with the movement. More bio from ShX. Oh, bit of lag. And a non-reg. I'm afraid I'm all out of things to say or suggest for ShX at this point. I mean, that's a decent kill, but it only happens because Sass is prepared to lose there. He even spawns directly on the 100. So fair chance he just wins this fight with the link gun. It's a shaft-on-shaft battle. We're playing Quake. Except both players on 100 ping. And ShX actually gets the kill there. Pretty even in terms of aim. ShX obviously a slight advantage on the stack, and that allows him to get the dub, as the kids say. But it's too little too late. Just needs another 15 of those fights in the next minute and a half. I think even if you had that exact fight 15 times in a row and ShX won every single one, there still wouldn't be enough time in the game. You know, it's interesting actually that Assassin has such a massive FOV, because most of the 2K4 players play on like 80 or 90. Because obviously that game is so hit scan heavy and the maps are so large. At least scaled bigly. I don't know why we're watching ShX just get wrecked when we could be watching Sass do the wrecking. Looking for that headshot. We've seen a lot of that today. Basically all the games were blowouts, to be honest, except the previous Erase game.
30 seconds left.
So we've seen a lot of people aiming for that headshot when really not necessary, just doing it for style points. Which I totally understand as a frag movie enjoyer. Gotta go for those sick plays every now and then. Or, in my case, at every possible opportunity, even to the detriment of your own play.
7, 6,
Oh, he wants his shot. He wants his headshot. There we go.
3,
Won't be the headshot, but will be the kill, and almost 2-1 damage lead. Massive score lead. Not the biggest score lead. We saw... Oh, no. Yeah, not the biggest. We saw a 26-6 earlier, so... Plus 20. This was only plus 19. God, as if. Yeah, that's... I think it for today. I think there's one more game, but it's late. Let me just check that for you. We have a Div 2 game later at 10:20. That's in an hour. So yeah, I'm going to end the stream here. I might show up for that one. It's between Rocky and Adram. But good actually to see some of the Div 2 and Div 3 games. Give some of the players that don't make deep runs in tournaments, give them a bit of screen time. And for even some of these players, it's probably their first duel tournament. So yeah, always fun to give some new players some love. Anyway, with that said, I'm going to go away, at least for an hour. Depends if everyone in my house goes to bed, if I'm going to cast that next game. Yeah. See ya.